Alright kids, today's video is going to be all about the brand new Five Nights at Freddy's game called PIZZA PLEX. And everybody's wondering what's going to happen in this video game. Well, a bunch of stuff got leaked over the weekend, containing all kinds of characters' names and toys that's coming out, so let's check it out because we can start to figure out and piece together what the new game is going to be all about. Alright kids, so as you know, about a month or so ago, Scott Cawthon released this really cool picture of the next Five Nights at Freddy's game, which is supposed to be called the PIZZA PLEX. And from this picture, well, we can speculate what the next game is going to be about. Looks like this game is probably going to take place in a big, huge shopping mall that looks like it's in the 1980s style, but of course will take place after the last game. And the most interesting thing about this poster is that, well, we've got 4 characters that are shadowed and silhouetted. And we can kind of figure out who some of these people are. Look at that, we got Freddy Fazbear right there, we got Chica over here, and then we have 2 newcomers, this guy right here, and then over here we've got this girl-looking thing. So you have 2 new characters to add to our roster. And then of course people also picked up this person right here who is silhouetted in the background, who is called Vannie, who's supposed to be the next William Afton type villain character in the next video game. Now people think this is going to be the new Five Nights at Freddy's shopping mall that was teased in the last video game, where it says right here, coming soon, Freddy Fazbear's Entertainment. So yep, looks like it's probably going to be that mall that looks all retro 80s style. Alright, cool. Now ever since this silhouetted photo came out, well, people have been speculating on just what these characters will actually look like. And of course the cool part is over the weekend, well, we actually got this picture right here, which leaks the other 2 characters on how they'll look like. Nice! And if we check down in the bottom here, we see that somebody accidentally leaked this a little bit early, but this is the 16th month calendar for the year 2021. Oh man, how do you do something like that? Oh, that's funny, but I'm glad it leaked because we also get to see what the new Five Nights at Freddy character looks like too. And right there we have good old Freddy with all kinds of retro 80s looking face paint all over his body there. Oh nice, he's got blues and reds and these crazy shoulder pads coming off his shoulders there. Oh man, this is gonna be one crazy retro wave of characters. And look at his feet too. Oh, I love it, all red. Oh, I love it. And then, of course, if we look over here, well, we see that Gator guy looking all cool with his little shades right there. He's got that little 80s mohawk. Oh, it's pretty cool. It's kind of like Bebop from Ninja Turtles. And he's sporting that really cool guitar. He's got shoulder pads, too. So it looks like that's going to be the theme this time around, all those big old shoulder pads. And then over here, well, we've got the last character, which is that female wolf girl. And yep, she's got all kinds of retro style face paint, too. That's pretty cool. We've got a piercing on her ear and that crazy hairstyle, that green haircut from the 1980s. So that's kind of cool too. And then she's got those same shoulder pads. That's really retro-y. And down here we get to see her big mane coming down her back. And what's interesting is that it kind of reminds me of the Twisted Wolf right here from that book. So yep, looks like they kind of went with the girl version of him. And what's even cooler is now we have a picture to figure out what these characters look like. And I, for one, can't be happier because, well, not only did we get this picture, but we also got a leaked list of characters that's supposed to come out in the next Funko line. Aw, yeah, now that's what I'm talking about. And this comes courtesy of the Funko news boards, because they love to spoil all the next figures that are coming out. And from this list, we can kind of get an inside look on what is coming up next. And it looks like all kinds of cool stuff. Look at this. We got articulated figures coming. We've got Funko plush coming. And as well as, oh yeah, all new mystery minis. So yep, we've got a whole assortment coming our way in this next wave here. And the best part about it is that, well, it tells us the name of all these characters that are coming out. So I gotta say, this is pretty darn exciting. And right off the bat here, well, the first characters we see leading the charge is Glamrock Freddy and Glamrock Chica. And yep, we saw those characters on the poster, and there they are, front and center in this line. And as you can see from the picture here, this is what Glamrock Freddy is supposed to look like. And I'm not sure what Glamrock Chica is supposed to look like, but we do have some fan art over here, which, well, kind of guesses what good old Chica's gonna look like. I'm not sure how accurate that's gonna be, but yeah, that's pretty darn cool. Yeah, I could go with that. A blue beak and some face paint down the eye there. All right, cool. But all right, so those are going to be the first 2 characters. And then down below, well, we finally got official names for these other characters. First one being Montgomery Gator. Can't wait to add him to my collection there. And then, of course, the last character right here is good old Roxanne Wolf, that girl Wolf from the poster too. So yep, looks like we've got a really good line of articulated figures coming at you. And then we have the last one here, which is Vannie. And like I said, she is the girl rabbit that's supposed to take over the bad guy role that William Afton usually takes up in these video games. And one thing I should point out too is they'll probably get a 6th Build-A-Figure character, which all the past waves contained by all 5 characters, and you can build a 6th one. And of course, since these are the only characters we know about in this next video game, well, it could be anyone's guess on who that 6th character is going to be. And it looks like that whoever they pick for these 6 characters will probably make it into this plush line too, because it looks like we're going to get 6 pieces in all. And if I were to guess, well, I'd bet really good money on these 4 characters are at least going to be plushies. I'm not sure if Vannie's going to be that 5th plush, because they really don't make bad guys into plushie form, because we really haven't got a William Afton just yet. So they might choose other characters from the video game to fill those last 2 slots. And of course, as you know, they always do Walmart exclusives and Hot Topics exclusives. So I'm sure there's going to be more than 6 in all coming at you from this cool lineup. Okay, so last but not least, we have the mystery minis, which in the main assortment, there's going to be 12 in all. So yep, there's going to be a lot more than these 5 characters right here. You better believe it. I just wonder if there's going to be a Glamrock Foxy and a Bonnie, because, well, where are those guys at? I mean, you just can't leave those guys in the background, so you know they're going to be somewhere in here. Hey, you know what? Maybe those might be the other 2 plushies that show up too. That'd be kind of cool. But, well, at any rate, well, we do have mystery minis, and, of course, since they're such a big hot seller, you could be almost certain that we're going to get all kinds of exclusives at Hot Topic, at Walmart, and GameStop, and all those other stores because, well, they just love having all those exclusives to come at you. But, oh, one other thing I did find was this picture right here, which I'm not sure what this is all about. Holy cow, I love this. Look at this. Right here it says Candies and Sweet Shop. And right down here, well, the internet's been saying this guy right here is the character of Easter Bonnie. Whoa, check this out. Happy Easter. There's Bonnie with, oh man, this looks like an Easter egg on the front of his chest there. Wow, talk about a creepy looking figure. That thing is awesome. So I wonder if this character might be the Build-A-Figure. That would be really cool because, well, we don't have a Bonnie anywhere in this lineup here, so yeah, that would be perfect for that. And if it isn't in this lineup here, you could probably expect it to be in this Mystery Minis line. But another cool thing about this picture is over here, we've got a chocolate rabbit version also of Bonnie. So man, that is really cool too. But look, there's a little bite taken out of him. Ugh, gross. So, yep, I'm not sure what the story is there. And I hope that both these figures end up showing up in this really cool Mystery Mini line, because that is one cool character if I do say so myself. And since old Bonnie here has been moved to the candy store, I wonder what old Foxy's going to be up to in this video game. I'm not sure, but maybe he'll be like a plumber or something. Plumber Foxy. Oh, that guy's such a crazy kid. And unfortunately, at this time, I don't have any pictures because they're probably still working on the products. But one interesting thing to know is if you're wondering what plushies we're going to get, well, here's a spoiler right here. I guess one of these listings accidentally showed up on Amazon briefly, and this was the plushie for Glamrock Freddy. And at the bottom here it says not available at this moment, and when I tried to go back to this link, well, it didn't exist, so they must have removed it. But I also did find some really interesting fan art. Oh man, looks like they photoshopped this to the max. Let's see, over here we've got that Glamrock Freddy. Over here we've got the alligator, which they took a picture of the Happy Frog. Just put a bigger snout on him. Over here is, I guess, supposed to be that wolf girl. And down here is Chica. And then we've got Vannie. And of course, William Afton, which is not confirmed. So, in fact, if I want to see anyone, probably be that Easter Bonnie. That'd be a neat one to see. But they'll probably save that one as an exclusive, knowing Funko. But, oh, one last interesting thing I want to say about this is, if you look at this list, you notice they didn't release any pop figures this time around. Yeah, it looks like the pop scene isn't that big with kids anymore. And if you ask me, I'm fine with that because I didn't really care for the pop figures anyway. I just like all this other stuff. And if you're wondering when all this stuff is going to release, well, over at Toy Wiz, they accidentally released a web page containing the release date, which is around August of this year. But of course, you know, sometimes this stuff shows up earlier, so expect it about midsummer, around that time frame, to get these cool things in your hands. Alright, so there's not really much left to talk about, but I gotta say, over the weekend, since all these leaks came out, the internet was abuzz with all kinds of fan art, and some really good stuff came out, like this picture right here. I gotta like that of the Montgomery Gator. And then, ooh, check this out, we got one of the Wolf Girl. So she looks pretty cool, I love her outfit there. And then right here we've got, and this is a cute little drawing. We've got Freddy and Montgomery and the little Wolf Girl there. And I know I showed this one before, but this deserves a second look because we've got all 4 characters right here and their respective musical instruments. And then, of course, we have here, somebody turned the puppet into a punk rocker. Oh, I love that. I'm not sure if that's what's gonna transpire in this next game, but I gotta say, if they make this into a character, oh man, it better fill in one of those plushy spots because I do want one of those characters as a plush. Alright guys, well there you go. There's my analysis of all the really cool PIZZA PLEX leaks that came out over the weekend. And I think I pretty much covered them all, so I cannot wait for this game to come out and the really cool figures to accompany it.